morning, good afternoon, and good night. Today I kind of wanted to talk about the concept of feeling thankful to, help others and give advice, but it hurts. You gain this experience through trauma, different experiences, and all this pain is like brought up. It's why the biggest comedians and the most best comedians come from the most harshest of backgrounds and the most harshest of scenarios in their life. And we see that, like, these people that laugh the most and smile the most are often crying the most and going through the worst stages of their life. It can feel really rewarding, you get to share your experiences, you get to feel like you're not alone. But it's like the fact that you carry this knowledge and the fact that you can help people is caused from experiencing such great pain, and it's such a huge conflict, and I guess I wanted to talk about it in today's video. And I feel like sometimes when you help people, it triggers memories that you kind of like, you're supposed to move on from, right? And I feel like it's bringing it back into your thought process, and it makes you feel like those thoughts run back again, and those negative thoughts come back again and everything, right? And it like haunts me kind of sometimes whenever I get to talk about it and I get to kind of like help someone else that experienced a similar scenario. And yeah, it's just a huge conflict I'm kind of like wanted to talk about. There's like it's like a double-edged sword, you're grateful for helping, being able to have that opportunity so that person doesn't feel alone, but then it just feels like you're reliving it, you're going back in time, and you're kind of like, it gets reminded that happened, or and it's just, it kind of feels hurtful, and you get your thoughts back up in it, those negative and positive, and it's just like, but like, of course, what I think you should know is that it's important to set your own boundaries, like, helping people is great, but if you feel like it's getting the cost of your own mental health, then it's not really worth it, right? You're kind of changing buckets, you're giving that water so you can help others, but now you don't have enough to help yourself. It's not selfish, it's just that you're focusing on yourself too. It's not like a prioritization of this person needs me right now, so you need to be there for them 100%, it's like, you got to care for yourself too. But there's also positives, right? Like, you get to reflect on the growth, you get to reflect on how much progress you've made from, the time where you were at a bad spot in life, and now you can see that you're doing so much better and you're moving forward. You're not sitting in your room all day and still thinking about that moment or whatever the case may be, like, you have a reaction to it, but of course it's not as severe as the day that it happened, or whatever scenarios that it may different types of trauma that might have occurred. Sharing your experience can validate those other people's thoughts and those feelings of whatever they're going through, and equal parts being there to care for them, but also equal parts it's okay to like step away if it gets a little bit too heavy, and it just sometimes you get a huge struggle, at least for me, when I was going through those times of really hurtful stages of my life. It felt like I didn't want to, it was such a big struggle in between, like, I wish this didn't happen, I really wish this didn't happen to me, but then I can use it to help people, and I can use it to encourage people to, do better, and you understand that you can get better, and I'll become the proof of that, you know what I mean? Like, it was such a duality of like, oh man, this really sucks right now, but it can be better, and it will be better. It was a different stage where it was a huge conflict. Just, I hate it. I really hate that I'm experiencing this right now. I don't want to go through this. And I think that's what kept me going, is knowing that, like, my presence makes a difference, and my presence can help others. And that one person that I'm going to interact with that, feels alone and doesn't feel like don't have anyone to hang out or talk to anyone, but I'll be there and be like validating their feelings and making sure that they're okay. It kind of makes me feel like, I saved myself from that, and I saved others. And I just want you to recognize that when you're feeling this feeling, it doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean you're this is going to be forever, because it's not. It just means that you're more connected with humanity. You have that sense of empathy that no one else can have. You can be rich and you can feel empathetic for people that are going through scenarios, but when you actually go through it, you have that full-on feeling. You truly relate, like your soul like attaches to the other person and actually truly can hear what they're saying and feeling in that moment. And I believe that empathy is so important in terms of charities and donations and things like that. It's why it makes you feel so much more, you know, prone to like helping those people and being there for those people. And I want you to recognize that's a power you now have, that you've gone through something, and now you can share and relate and, you know, let others know about your story, because you're brave and you're strong, and I'm very, very proud of you for going through this really horrible experience, but prevailing and doing better and choosing to do better every single step of your path. It may have been rocky, it may have sucked for a long few times, but you're doing better. Let's be real, you are doing better. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk about in this video. I thought it was just an interesting concept, and I just wanted to remind that you can do this. You can. It's an important feeling that you need to reassure that you've gained this experience, and you need to keep on holding that torch for others, you know, to see the light that you now have. But much love as always. I appreciate every like, comment, and subscribe. All those things. It really makes my day, and it really, like, our channel is growing so crazy. It's just, I can't believe it, and I'm so excited to see like what future content, what future things I will be doing. But I'll see you in the next one. Bye.